So the question now is, was getting to know our Father. Because really, I knew nothing about our Father except what we read in Noticias and so on. Well, I was hoping to go to Rome for the UNIV, which was at Easter. I was hoping to go to the very first UNIV, which was called ICU at that time, in 1968, but somehow, eventually, we didn't go from France. It was the following year, 1969, that I went. And that's when I met our Father for the first time. I found it really very impressive because it didn't correspond to what I was imagining. It was much better, and it was actually different. You know, you read Noticias, you read about our Father, or even now, I mean, I'm sure it happens with the Father. You read what he says, and when you read, it may sound quite solemn and quite formal because he says such beautiful things. So I had that in mind. Somebody rather formal who was going to sort of preach to us. But then, when we were in Villa Sacchetti, in the sitting room of Villa Sacchetti, and he came, well, first he came very energetically. I was surprised at the speed at which he entered. And then with such a friendly face. And for the whole get-together, I was just looking, because I was very close to him, actually. I was very, very near. And I didn't understand most of what he said, frankly, because although I could read Spanish, I had no problem at all reading it. But to understand the spoken language, that was actually different. So I didn't understand much. But really, it was enough to catch a word here and there and to look at him to already, learn something. I was impressed by that, his cheerfulness. He was so cheerful, even cracking a joke here and there, making people laugh. He was looking at us with a lot of affection. And at the same time, of course, you couldn't be close to him without feeling closer to God, really. That was it. So we had 2 get-togethers, I think. Perhaps there was a third one. There, my memories are a bit vague there. But that was my first experience, my first time. The second time was much later. But then perhaps it might be better than if I explain a bit why or how I came to Nigeria, because that was the next opportunity I had to see him.